This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Signs of support for the black and trans communities are re-emerging in Webster Groves after acts of arson destroyed them. Officers are investigating those acts as hate crimes after the rash of vandalism earlier in the week. Good evening, I'm Mark Maxwell. Mike Bush has the night off. That investigation is ongoing, and right now one business owner is pushing back against hate. Our Diamond Palmer caught up with her and joins me now in studio. Diamond.
Well, Mark, Kelly Stork says during Tuesday's hate crimes, her pride flag was burned and a Save Trans Lives sign was stolen from her property. Now the community in Webster Groves is rallying around her by sending more flags and banners to amplify transgender and black voices.
This flag has flown for nearly 10 years untouched until this week's hate crimes in Webster Groves.
So I pulled up to work on Tuesday morning and noticed my flag was gone, but as I looked closer, I realized that someone had set it on fire. And then I later learned that my Save Trans Lives sign was stolen from my yard.
Kelly Stork, a therapist in Webster Groves, focuses on gender care. It's a job she's been doing for the last 15 years. Tuesday is when she says she felt anger. But that anger quickly turned to hope when she took to Facebook to make this post. She said, "I see you. You can keep your lighters and your bigotry and misguided power. We have love and truth on our side, and we are absolutely breathtakingly unstoppable." That's when she says 24 people dropped off signs, banners, and artwork to her office. Some reading Black Lives Matter and others reading Love Has No Gender.
I'm a white, cisgender, queer woman, and it was my flag and sign. Okay, it's another Tuesday. I wanted to do this to call attention to the people that are facing this stuff every day.
Stork's business on Big Bend Boulevard is just one of a few targeted in Tuesday's hate crimes. She says Webster Groves Police Department detectives have reached out multiple times about the incident, and they're still investigating. Her hope, though, is simple.
My hope is that these folks leave us alone. And I can sit in my office and families can bring their kids to me and I can help take care of them. And people will just leave them alone.
Pushing back against the hate, Stork is ready to take on the larger issues that black and transgender communities face, even by taking her advocacy to state legislators.
I will show up to the protest. I will leave these flags in my yard forever if I need to.
Now, Stork tells me that when Webster Groves Police Department arrived, they understood the severity of these hate crimes. The department is still investigating, and she says she is going to keep in touch with them. But she does plan to install security cameras now.
Diamond, thanks. Right now, a system-wide computer system failure is impacting several healthcare facilities in the Metro East. On Friday, the president and CEO confirmed that several hospitals are the victim of a cybersecurity incident. The convenient care facility in O'Fallon shared that they are temporarily closed due to the outage. While the site is down, there are security concerns to be aware of if you're a patient with HSHS. If you receive an email, text, or phone call claiming to be someone from HSHS, that's a scam. Right now, they are not collecting payments. If you receive one of those types of messages, don't respond. They also say you should forward any email to spam@hshs.org. For now, officials say to keep watching for more updates on hshsupdates.org. The last thing posted to that website was shared late Friday night. If you have Spectrum and tried to watch Mizzou's opening football game, you were likely disappointed. Right now, ESPN and ABC are not available on Spectrum devices due to ongoing negotiations between Charter and Disney. And today, Disney Entertainment is pushing back, casting blame at Charter. In a blog post to their website, the media company said that Charter declined an offer that would have allowed their networks to air on Charter devices as their negotiations continue. Paint Louis was back in action today, the annual festival bringing hundreds of graffiti artists from across the world to the St. Louis flood wall every year. There's live music and breakdancing happening as artists craft their own unique works of art along the Mural Mile. The free event continues until 8 o'clock tonight, and the finished murals revealed tomorrow. It was a nice day out at the flood wall, but a little warmer Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank is here now with more on the temperatures heading into Labor Day. Gary?
Yeah, it feels like the last unofficial weekend of summer should feel out there. It's a little muggy and it's a little warmer than normal, but it's still relatively cloud-free outside as you look at the raceway. Pretty nice overall. There are a few more clouds that we've started to see. Temperatures, though, they're back in the 90s, just like yesterday. 90 on the number, feels like 95. That's the big story. Our dew point at 70 now with a southeast breeze at 15 miles an hour. That added humidity really makes a difference, and that's why it's, noticeable feeling that outside. Cloud cover, like I mentioned, there are a few clouds that have started to work their way from the south, and it's part of this small disturbance which is affecting Dallas, working its way through the Red River. But as it works its way north, we'll continue to see isolated chances for storms for tomorrow. This evening, it's quiet. Temps are noticeably warmer this evening, and that's going to be the story for us here over the next couple of days. The week ahead, overall, it's a nice holiday. We've got our humidity that remains, and then small rain chances the next few days. That includes tomorrow. We time that out for you for your holiday and talk about the best chance of rain the next 3 days.
Gary, thanks. Today, the stock market is on the rise with the Biden administration feeling encouraged after a strong jobs report from August. The economy added more than 180,000 jobs and unemployment ticked up a bit, a sign that inflation is cooling and interest rate hikes might be down for a while. The latest jobs report coming right as the country is celebrating Labor Day weekend. First observed in 1882, the holiday is all about honoring the many contributions unions have made to our country. And this year's holiday coming on the heels of a summer of strikes as members of unions advocate for better contracts. The Writers Guild of America and SAG-AFTRA have been on strike all summer, freezing much of production in Hollywood. Hundreds of local Teamsters were also let go ahead of a planned picket at Yellow Freight last month. Just last week, airline workers across the country carried picket signs for better pay. And on Friday, nurses at the SSM Health Facility at St. Louis University voted in favor of authorizing a strike if their contract negotiation demands are not met. Amid the wave of strikes, Labor Day will look a bit different in St. Louis. The usual downtown parade was scrapped this year. Instead, the St. Louis Labor Council held a more intimate event, and last week, an outdoor picnic was held in Florissant for area union workers. Dozens of local unions were at the festival. The president of the Labor Council says the change was a way to focus on members because that's what's important right now.
Well, thank a union member. That's what Labor Day is about.
Indeed. Again, if you head downtown tomorrow, you won't find a parade in St. Louis. Some parades are still happening across the Metro East, however. Granite City has its Tri-City Labor Day Parade tomorrow at 10. It will make its way down State Street. Union families and friends will celebrate with a picnic at Wilson Park after. Belleville also plans to host a parade tomorrow. That parade starts at 10 o'clock as well. They're also hosting a picnic for Union families after. And the Wood River East Alton Union Family Parade kicking off at the same time, 10 o'clock. That's followed up by a picnic at Gordon Moore Park in Alton. The world's best cyclists pedal through the streets of St. Louis the way one group of cyclists are choosing to give back to the community.